And we're back with the MRC with the Gt3 World Series Lobby 2. We're round 6, endurance race at Lago Maggiore. So I do apologise first for after last week's technical issue with after comms disappearing, and hopefully it's all working well this time round. Just have a quick check. It does look like it. Yep, we're fine. So, last week, good racing, especially in the wet weather round Nords, on the Nürburgring GP ring I should say, and the driver of the week today was Mac. And we'll just get up the points before qualifying starts, just bear with me, and I'll just go through a few of the top 5, so getting a little bit close to quality. There we go. So in first place, 166 points is Sanchez. We have Dimpleflop in second with 165. Fat Pickles Bro in third with 142. Infinity James 135 in fourth, and fifth Ferrari of P Gib in 116. And then obviously the rest just fall down, as there is a few people missing tonight as well. So again, that will be updated after tonight's race. So as we just did, still in practice. Just got a message, I'll just bear with me. I hope you can hear me now, Dave. Still just getting a few little bits adjusted. I'll just drop this a message. I'll just go through. Just bear with me. I'll also put the link up in the group chat as well, so we should be alright there. Yeah, I'm just obviously qualifying still taking place at the moment. Sorry, practice. I will get my words out properly. We have Centino on practice at the moment. Looks like we'll be ready for quali. Only 2 people out at the moment. So we're on with Mark Schumacher at the moment, just watching him go around, just trying to get a few, well, was a few laps in. So we're now ready for quali. And the guys are ready. Who's going to go out first? And it does look like P Gib has got out first. No, is it Centino? No. The game just decides. Fast JMS is there. People got past Centino, so obviously it's just a bit late out the starting blocks. So we have to go through S-Rom, P Gib, Looks like S-Rom's the first one out. So they're on their out lap. There's P. Gibb, S-Rom, Infinity James, Centino, Fast JMS, Fat Pickles, Mark Schumacher, Dimpy, Sanchez, C-Mark. J West is still in the pits. There's the S-Rom, P. Gibb, Infinity James, Fast JMS, was that Centino? It is. They just need to space themselves a little bit. The Fast JMS just getting out the way of Centino, and a little bit of a love tap there from Centino. Just need to space a bit more between them. There's Dimpy, Sanchez, Fat Pickles, the top three of Lobby 2 at the moment. C-Mac out in 10th at this present time on his outlap. Game's decided to sort itself out, so S-Rom now come down the back, the front, start finish, sorry. To start his first qualifying lap. Same as P. Gibb. Mark Schumacher comes in the pits. Then we have Fast. Then Centino. Infinity James has come in the pits. And it looks like they're on the hard tyre instead of the soft. So they're going to lose a couple of laps. Dimpy, 5th so far. Again, starting the qualifying lap. Same as Fat Pickles. There's Infinity James and Mark Schumacher coming out now. There's Sanchez. J West still sat in the pits. But S-Rom. So he'll be the first one to do the first of the qualifying laps. See how he gets on. P. Gibb. Fast JMS. See where they are, going round Banky Boy. And if you get it right, it will slingshot you around there. So you get a little bit more grip. Get the power down early as you come off the exit. Go through now. Where is Pete? There's this romp. Final corner. Down the start finish. What lap times he put in? A 156. Pete Gibb moves up to 155. Fast to 156. Centino a 157. Dimpy. So Pete Gibbs first, provisionally. There's Fat Pickles as well. 57 for Dimpy. 56 for Fat Pickles. Centino still in, now down to 6. And we have Sanchez moved up to second with a 156. And that's Centino cutting the grass. C-Mac coming round the final corner. Now doing his start finish straight to get his first fast lap in. He does, and he does it on a 159. Now we have Infinity James and Mark Schumacher. But at the moment it's P. Gibb out on pole in the Ferrari. Second is Sanchez. S-Rom's third. Fourth is Fast JMS. Great start for him so far. Fat Pickles in 5th. Centino 6th. Dimpy 7th. C-Mac up to 8th at the moment. Again, we've got Infinity James and Mark Schumacher to put lap times in. And they're coming down to Banky Boy. Pretty much the same sort of line going in and out. Where is P. Gibb? It's Dimpy. Fast GMS. Is he going to put a faster time in? His personal best. 156.5. S-Rom's third at the moment. He's got a half-second penalty. Pulls in the pits. Sanchez out in second still. P. Gibbs in the pits. Dimpy has dropped down to fourth again. So now we've got Fat Pickles up in the second. So it's definitely all kicking off with these guys at the moment for the front positions. Again, everyone doing a pretty stellar job. So can Dimpy improve on his time? Esrom's still going to carry that half-second penalty. So he's going to lose a lap or two again. Especially being in the pits. Fast GMS. And Infinity James, 156.8 so far. Mark Schumacher, 157. Santino down to 9th at the moment on a 157. See Max in the pits, and so is Jay West. B. Gibb though, just over half-second ahead on Fat Pickles, who's coming the pits now. Again, he's probably going to change the tyres to try and just get that better grip on a newer set. And see Mac just slowing down for some reason. Sanchez out in third at the moment. Dimpy fourth. And Esrom in fifth. Fast GMS 6th. Infinity James 7th. Mark Schumacher 8th. Santino's 9th. C-Mac 10th. Time. Probably got time for another lap or two for some of these guys. See, but it's P. Gibbs still on provisional pole. Infinity James has now moved up to second. Fantastic effort there for Infinity James. So that's dropped Fat Pickles and everyone else down one. So just keep going through. See how people are getting on. Look like everyone's got away so far, so all pretty well within each other. How many are within a second? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 within a second. Again, things can change, as we've seen in previous races with these guys. And some of the times are pretty close together. So there's not much in it. So it's going to make an interesting race. Again, this one's another endurance race as we hit the back few of the season. But still P. Gibb out in first. Infinity James is second. Fat Pickles is third. Sanchez fourth. Dimpy fifth. Then we have S-Rob in sixth. Fast GMS seventh. Mark Schumacher eighth. Santino ninth. 10th is C-Mac. Jay West still not coming out the pits. Oh, he is now. As we're on the final lap for these guys for qualifying. It's just crept over 10 minutes. Santino has put another fast time in. He's moved up to 8th. There we have it. Obviously, you guys are starting to slow down now. S-Ron with a 156, so he now moves up to second place. But Sanchez has nipped it in the bud into first place, provisionally. But now it's Dimpy. Dimpy's moved up to first place. That's a very, very close qualifying towards the end. Really, really tight. So this is really going to make an interesting race out at the front. I think that's most of them done now. See with the hazards going on. That was really interesting for the last few seconds of the qualifying. Multiple poles. Let's have a look at the results. There you have it. Dimpy on first. Sanchez second. P. Gibb third. Fourth is S-Rom. Infinity James is fifth. Fat Pickles is sixth. Fast JMS is seventh. Centino eighth. Mark Schumacher ninth. C-Mac 10th. And last but not least is Jay West with no time. Now we just wait for the start. So it's 33 laps. So it's just over an hour, I think. Again, this race is going to be down to strategy, tyre wear, fuel wear. Just trying to keep out of trouble. And there we have the start time, 21:06. 3 minutes to go. And there we have MacGyver. Obviously, he's got a few internet troubles as well, so he won't be able to join the race, sadly. Just wonder if he's put 50p in the meter, but you never know. So 2 minutes to go. Again, if you do vote for your driver of the day, do leave the comment down below. Again, the guys are just obviously having a quick break before the start. 2 minutes, 1 minute to go. So it's going to be some interesting racing, I think. Top 3 of the championship at the moment, all within the top 6. Again, it's anyone's race so far. So it's going to be warm out on track, and obviously where these guys live in their own homes, it's going to be probably warm in there as well. There's going to be a few sweaty palms. There we are, 21:06. Here we go. Get me nonsense on. And I think the game's had a bit of a moment to itself because everyone, all the All the names are out of sync. Blue flag on. It will sort itself out. Where's Dimpy? Dimpy gets away. He's not in second, he is in first. There's Sanchez. There's Fat Pickles. P-Gib. Blistering start by Fat Pickles. Straight up the third. Yeah, I do apologise, I missed that, Dave. Obviously with the blue flag going off on the grid. There we go, everyone getting away pretty cleanly. Got out the first set of corners as well. Santino trying to make a move on the Infinity James. Gets it tight on the inside. Now he's trying to get up the side of P-Gib. A little bit of contact. Nothing to worry about, don't think? No, all good. Just trying not to squeeze each other out, guys. Fat Pickles on a stormer at the moment. Sanchez literally on the back of Dimpy now. Again, different tyre choices for these guys as well. Dimpy's chosen the hards to get rid of. Mediums for Sanchez. Hards for Dave. Santino softs. And we have P-Gib on hards. So a lot of the guys using the hard tyre, Infinity James is. S-Rob in 7th on the softs. Fast JMS on the hards. J West on softs. C-Mac on hards. And Mark Schumacher on hards. So again, just getting rid of that hard tyre at the start. Maybe a good choice for these guys. Has come down towards lap 2 of Askin. 2 Porsches there, having the battle. Oh, was that a little bit of contact? Vinny James gets it going though. C-Mac up to 8th now. Fast JMS, 7th. Go from the back, so Mark Schumacher's 11th. J West 10th. Finty James is 9th. A little bit more contact. J West gets past. 8th is C-Mac. 7th is Fast JMS. 6th is P-Gib. 5th is S-Rob. Fat Pickles down to 4th at the moment. Obviously because Santino's on the softs. In 3rd, these 2 guys, Sanchez and Dimpy, still battling hard. Round Banky Boy. Sanchez just can't find a way past at the moment. Again, you may have 2 guys in the same cars and livery. They are not a team, they are single people. There is no team orders in this event. Dimpy doing a fantastic job so far in keeping first place. As we move down, Fat Pickles and then S-Rom. Side by side, S-Rom running it wide. Fat Pickles is going to drop down a little bit. But he's fighting back though. He's coming back at S-Rom. We'll do down the grid. There's P-Gib in 6th. J West is 7th. Fast JMS is 8th. Infinity James is 9th. 10th is C-Mac, but he's coming under fire from Mark Schumacher. We have a yellow flag and it's Sanchez. What is Sanchez? Obviously I can't replay it. Sanchez has had an issue. Where's Dimpy? Dimpy's still there. There's Santino, S-Rom. Obviously Santino on the soft tyres, same as S-Rom. tell their tyres are already degrading. Hards still starting to work, probably around about now, maybe lap 4. There's Fat Pickles in 4th as we speak. P-Gib in 5th, J West behind. J West trying to put a move on. P-Gib. Can P-Gib come back at him? Not quite. Again, everyone's on different tyres. Some good battles so far. Dimpy's lost his first place to Centino. Again, obviously because the guys are on soft tyres, so they will be getting more grip off them. But again, them guys who are on the softs are going to have to go on the hards at some point as well. So it will balance out throughout the race. Dimpy's into the pits already. He's done his 3 laps. Fat Pickles is going to stay out. So everyone moves up a place at the moment. Right, there's Sanchez fighting back. He's up to 6. Gets past Fast JMS. Infinity James 8th. C-Mac 9th. 10th is Mark Schumacher. There's Dimpy. Obviously he's changed his tyres. He's got rid of the hards. Doesn't need to use them again. Full tank on mediums. Now the chase begins for him as we move up the field. So quite a little bit spaced out between the guys here. 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th and 10th. Again, still early days, only on lap 4. P-Gib, 5th. J West, chasing down Fat Pickles. Coming down to Banky Boy. I can see Centino and Esrom just out in front. Fat Pickles defending well. Again, the different tyre choices will play effect. And fuel. We only start off with 80%. We'll keep with this battle at the moment. J West pulls up the side. Gets past Fat Pickles. And that drops him down to 4th. P-Gib, 5th. Fast JMS. There's Sanchez. Infinity James. C-Mac. Mark Schumacher. Where's Dimpy? There he is. Starting to gain a bit of ground now. Slowly but surely. Infinity James, Fast JMS for 7th and 8th. Both on the hard tyre. Infinity James just got a bit more fuel than Fast JMS. Will hopefully hang out longer. As we move up the field. Sanchez puts the move on J West. So J West must have had a bit of an incident somewhere. So Sanchez now up to 5th. P-Gib on the back of Fat Pickles. Size of the cars compared between the Suzuki and the Ferrari. That Suzuki doing a fantastic job. You can see Sanchez and J West. move up. And we have Centino coming to pit, so that's allowed S-Rom into first. So again, more people starting to pit probably. Fat Pickles has now gone up to second with P. Gibb third. Fourth is Sanchez, and then J West fifth. Fast JMS not too far behind with Infinity James. Then we have C-Mac, Mark Schumacher, Centino. There's Dimpy. Again, he's closing that gap down. Obviously, Centino has been in the pits as well. Centino's has only just changed his tyres, so he's going to do 3 laps on them. That's the mandatory out lap, fast lap, in lap on them. And then you get rid of him, and he's lost it a little bit there. Manages to get hold of it though. As we move through the field, there's Sanchez. Now on the attack with P. Gibb. And Fat Pickles, J West is there as well. S-Rom's not too far up the road. Sanchez trying to find a right way past P. Gibb. Again, different tyres. Sanchez does the job. J West is there as well. P. Gibb has now dropped down to 5th, but he's on the back of J West. P. Gibb comes into the pits. He's had enough of the hard tyres. Fat Pickles still out on the hard tyres though. Plenty of fuel left as well. S-Rom. Softs literally starting to go off now. Sanchez third. J West fourth. Another one with degrading tyres. Fast is up the 5th. 6th is Infinity James. C-Mac 7th. Mark Schumacher 8th. Centino in 9th. And we have Dimpy in 10th at the moment. So again, he's starting to bring that gap down further. I know he's got past P. Gibb, who's in the pits. So again, everyone's on a different tyre strategy and fuel, which makes for great racing over a long period. S-Rom still out in first. Fat Pickles now under fire from Sanchez. Sanchez pulls to the inside, but will Fat Pickles get the cut back? Get it in tighter, get a better exit. Sanchez just clips the gravel. Fat Pickles still fighting back. Again, just wait for the cameras to catch up. This is the battle at the moment. Don't think there's any other battles going on. We'll skip through. These two, Fast JMS and Infinity James, still 5th and 6th at the moment. Just holding steady. Then we have Mark Schumacher under fire from Centino yet again. Both on the hard tyre. Dimpy, there he is, and Fat Pickles has come into the pits now. So then we have P. Gibb. Does he get out in Fat Pickles get out in front of him? What's he going to P. Gibb got to get past? Oh, P. Gibb just gets it. There's Fat Pickles on the mediums, full tank. Dimpy, 9th. Centino still trying to find a way past Schumacher. Just can't quite do it just yet. Ooh, gets us another slide on that corner. C-Mac just plodding along in 6. Infinity James. Fast JMS. Both of these guys now chasing down J West in 3rd. Fast JMS has got a fuel light on. Then both of these guys chasing him down. See there, Fast JMS all over the back of J West. Tries and sends it up the inside. Two Porsches. Infinity James is still there as well. We have S-Rom in the pits now. Fast is coming to the pits. And does Infinity James. So again, they're going to change their hard tyres to either mediums or softs. And Santino's back in the pits. So Mark Schumacher up the 4th. Dimpy back up the 5th at the moment. Chasing down Mark Schumacher. Whereas Sanchez at the moment out in 1st. Then J West. And then C-Mac. Both with red lights on for fuel. There's Dimpy and Mark Schumacher. Chasing each other down. Just have a quick drinks break, guys. Nice cold beer. Why not? Why, it's nice and warm outside. Now Dimpy all over the back of Mark Schumacher. Can he find a way past? Sends it one way, sends it the other. Dimpy side by side with Mark Schumacher on the inside of him. Going down to Banky Boy. Plenty of room between these guys. Can Mark Schumacher get the switch back? Not quite. So that's Dimpy up the 4th. And now chasing down C-Mac. C-Mac with literally fumes to spare. Has he got enough? Dimpy has to find a way past. C-Mac is just literally running on fumes with that car. Just giving each other plenty of room as well. Dimpy gets past, job done. Dimpy's back up the 3rd. J West is in the pits. But it's Sanchez at the moment. C-Mac now comes into the pits as well. So Dimpy back up the 2nd. Then we have Mark Schumacher. But it's Sanchez at the moment with a 20-second, well, sorry, just under 20-second gap at the front. But his fuel light's on now. So he's going to have to pit. Dimpy in 2nd. Mark Schumacher in 3rd. S-Rom 4th. There's P. Gibb in 5th. Oh, S-Rom gets it all out of sorts coming off the exit and nearly lost it. There's Fat Pickles. So we're 10 laps in, so 23 more to go. Infinity James on the mediums, same as Fast JMS, also on the mediums. J West on the hards with a full tank as well. C-Mac on racing softs, but just put over, well, in between half and 3/4 a tank of fuel. And then we have Santino in 11th at the moment on mediums. Just trying to play a little bit of catch up. Not too far behind C-Mac though. So it's like a Spanish sandwich at the moment between obviously Sanchez in 1st and Santino in 11th. Sanchez now comes into the pits. Where's Dimpy? There he is. Coming round the final few corners. Should get past Sanchez to take the lead back. Don't think Sanchez has got in his pit box yet. There he is. So Dimpy's now up to first. Mark Schumacher has come in the pits as well. S-Rom, P. Gibb, Fat Pickles. Where does Sanchez come out? Sanchez, he comes out in second place. He's chosen a hard tyre to get rid of, so I think he's going to do 3 laps, judging by the fuel. And we have S-Rom third. P. Gibb fourth. Fat Pickles fifth. I'll move down. Infinity James in 6th at the moment, with Fast JMS behind him. So these two just going to have a good old battle, I think, throughout the race. J West 8th. And we have C Mac in 9th. Centino 10th. And then Mark Schumacher, obviously being in the pits, he's down to 11th. So everyone just spaced out a little bit at the moment. And it's towards this stage where they just settle down. Think about what they're going to do for the next pit stop. It's P. Gibb, still chasing down S-Rom, under a second now. There's Fat Pickle still. What we'll do, we'll jump on board. Hopefully with Fat Pickles, I think, once he gets on the start finish. So we're on board with Fat Pickles in the Suzuki VGT. We'll start lap 12 on the start finish straight. There we go. Personal best time as well. Into this tight chicane. Outdoor S's. Turns 1 and 2. Get a little bit of slide. Into turn 3. And straight into turn 4. Great exit, again, no one behind him to worry about. Just got to concentrate on the ones in front. And going up the hill, long right-hander. And through these long, fast S's. A little bit of a lift. Again, quick succession of turns. Now we come down to Banky Boy. As wide as you can. Get a tight apex exit, then the exit. Just like that. Now through a long S. To a double right-hander. Again, he's starting to catch up with P. Gibb and S-Rom. Through that left-hander, now down to the final turn. Runs it wide, gets a better exit, more speed. And that's a lap of Lago Maggiore. Appreciate that, Fat Pickles. I'll move back to the front. There's Dimpy. Nearly an 8-second lead over Sanchez. S-Rom chasing down Sanchez. Again, different tyres though. P. Gibb. Gap's extended a little bit between these two. There's Fat Pickle still. He hasn't left touch of P Gib. Then we have Fast JMS in 6th. Infinity James out in 7th. And then we've got all sorts of problems going on at the back here. J West is 8th. Centino's 9th. C-Max 10th. And Mark Schumacher's in 11th. We'll stay with this battle. Centino trying to find a way past J West, sorry. Can he find a way past through these S's? Can he set the move up for Banky Boy? J West runs it wide. Centino gets the job done. Now it's C-Mac's turn, round the outside. Can he hold it? Runs it on wide onto the gravel, keeps it. Side by side with J West, but he gets past J West as well. Some great racing there. Dimpy now back in the pits. Also Sanchez has come in the pits as well. So S-Rom's back up the first provisionally. And then there's P Gib. Gap hasn't changed much. Fat Pickles. That's your top 3. Fast JMS is up the 4th at the moment. Then Infinity James. Dimpy's come out in 6th. I'm back on racing mediums. And he's got Infinity James ahead. Now we've got C-Mac trying to get past Centino. C-Mac is on the soft tyre, but they are degrading badly. Centino just gets ahead. Great racing by these two. Again, C-Mac trying to find a way past Centino. Plenty of room. C-Mac just can't find that edge to get past Centino. Does look like C-Mac's got a little bit of lag as well. See the car just jittering from side to side. Just got to be careful of that. Centino still there, defending well. J West not too far behind him though. And where is Mark Schumacher? Mark Schumacher's there in 10th. And just keeping out of trouble, just putting the laps in at the moment. Then we have Sanchez dropped down to 11th. Again after he's been in the pits, but he's on the soft tyre now. But it's S-Rom. And that gap's come down to half a second between him and P Gib. P Gib is on a charge. There's Fat Pickles as well. Fat Pickles in 3rd. Fast JMS in 4th. There's Infinity James. He's got Dimpy for company. And these two guys have raced plenty of times. Now C-Mac and Centino. C-Mac does get past Santino's still there though, pretty much side by side. Coming down to Banky Boy. Santino sends it wide. Can he get? He's going to make the switch back. A little bit of contact. We'll see Mac will have the inside for the next corner. See Mac hanging it. Sorry, Santino. There he is. A little bit of contact at the bad looks of it. Just need to slow it down a bit. But Santino gets back through. Some hard but fair racing, I would say, on that one. Can see Mac do it again. No, he comes in the pits. There's Mark Schumacher starting to climb up onto these now on the 8th and 7th. Dimpy. Now on the back of Infinity James. Both on the same tyres. Different fuel amounts. Dimpy sends it. Great move. But Infinity James is still there though. Can Infinity James fight back? Fast JMS is obviously Dimpy's next target, which is just over 6.5 seconds up the road. So great racing again by these two guys as well. There's Fast JMS. Holding out in 4th. Fat Pickles, 3rd. P-Gib still trying to find a way to get up to S-Rom. Both got the same amount of tyre wear. P-Gib is starting to close that gap though. There's Fat Pickles. Again, he's just sat there waiting to see if something's going to happen between the two ones in front. It does look like the P-Gib is on a charge. He's now on the back of S-Rom. Giving S-Rom a full mirror full of Ferrari. P-Gib just slightly puts the nose out, fill his mirrors up. Try and make S-Rom go into a mistake. And nearly did, he runs it a little bit wide. That's allowed P-Gib to get further now. These two battle, it's going to allow Fat Pickles to climb up. Again, P-Gib showing his face. We'll jump on board with P-Gib. Now on the right, on the back of S-Rom. P-Gib comes in the pits. Now Fat Pickles moves up to 2nd. Where's Fast JMS? There he is. Coming down to the final corner. There's Dimpy as well. And Infinity James. Santino. J West. Sanchez. Mark Schumacher in 10th. And then C-Mac. Looks like he's had a bit of an incident. He's dropped down to 11th. Oh, he's been in the pits, that's why. The rest from out. Fuel lights on for him. So he's going to have to come in this lap. There's Fat Pickles. Plenty of fuel left. Same as Fast JMS. Dimpy. Infinity James. J West out in 8th at the moment. Still on the hard tyre. There's Mark Sanchez and Mark Schumacher. And Mark Schumacher's starting to close up on the back of Sanchez. See Mark out in 11th. He's on the mediums. Rest from now. The Triumph Vapors. And is he going to go in the pits? He does. So that's Fat Pickles. Moves up to provisional first. And we have Fast in 3rd at the moment. Can he get it up to 2nd? He does. There's Dimpy. And Infinity James has come in the pits. So Dimpy back up to 3rd at the moment. Looks like S-Rom's pit crew taking the time filling that car up. He's now down to 6. There's Sanchez. J West, and there's Mark Schumacher on the back of J West. Can Mark Schumacher find a way past J West? Is he going to set it up for Banky Boy? And we have Infinity James obviously just being in the pits. Comes out in 10th, and then C-Mac in 11th. At the moment, it's Fat Pickles out in 1st. Then Fast in 2nd. Dimpy in 3rd. Closing that gap down between him and Fast JMS. It's been a while since these two have had a battle. Then Centino. P. Gibb. Then S-Rom. So Centino's going to have to do some defending again. P. Gibb all over the back of Centino, now side by side. Just couldn't quite do it there, but he could do it on the double right-hander. Was it a little bit wide? Not quite for P. Gibb. And he's still setting him up. Gives Centino a full mirror full of that pink Ferrari. Down to the final corner. Can he find a way past? I think Centino has gone into the pits. So is Fast JMS and Fat Pickles now in the pits. P. Gibb goes defensive. And again. S-Rom runs it wide. Oh, and a bit of a slide. S-Rom gets past. Up. S-Rom runs it wide. But Dimpy out in 1st at the moment. 13 laps to go because we're on lap 20 out of 33. Then Fat Pickles. Been for his pit stop. Fueled up to a point. And then he's on the softs. So now he's going to start chasing down Dimpy. Dimpy's on the medium tyre. S-Rom, P. Gibb, not giving up. Can P. Gibb find a way past S-Rom again? He's going to fill his mirrors up full of pink Ferrari. Sends it in late. S1 has to run it really wide. P. Gibb gets the job done. A fantastic move there from P. Gibb. S1's trying to come back. P. Gibb's not having any of it. Again. Now S1 moves back up the third. Again, while these two are battling tit for tat, it's going to allow Fat Pickles to get away. Which he's already doing. And we'll move downfield. There's Sanchez in fifth at the moment. There's Mark Schumacher. Jay West. And we have Fast JMS in 8th. Infinity James 9th. Santino in 10th. She's been in the pits, changed some tyres, refueled. And then we have C-Mac down in 11th. At the moment, it's Dimpy still out in front. But that gap is coming down a little bit between him and Fat Pickles. And we have S-Rom in 3rd. P. Gibbs 4th, but he's still not giving up though. Sanchez out in 5th, on his own at the moment, just putting in the laps. And Mark Schumacher on Jay West. There's Fast JMS now chasing down Jay West. Jay West has got his fuel light on. Going to come in the pits. And we're on lap 21 now. It's Fast JMS. Is he going to put the move on Jay West? Hangs it really in tight. Side by side again. There's Infinity James not too far behind though. Jay West just runs it a little bit wide. Fast JMS gets the job done. He's now up to 7th. There's Infinity James in 9th. Santino in 10th. And C-Mac starting to climb up to Santino now. Obviously C-Mac's tyres are a little bit more worn than Santino's. Mark Schumacher and Jay West now coming to the pits. See, they have to use all 3 compounds regardless. If you don't, they will be called upon the stewards. After you've used each compound once, then it's up to you what you use afterwards if you need to. But the minimum is 3 laps on each set. So 3 laps on the hards if you want to, that's literally minimum. You can go as long as you like on them though, but a lot of the lads tend to just get rid of the hard tyre and just concentrate on the mediums and the softs. Can't see him get past Santino. Not quite. Santino's got a little bit more acceleration there. Down the long right and going uphill as well. Mark Schumacher's about just over 8 seconds behind C-Mac. Doesn't look like. Can he get him? Can he get him set up for Banky Boy? Stay with this to see what happens. See if he gets. Can he put the move on? I think he's a little bit too far behind for it. He is. Unlucky. Jay West back on the mediums. Dimpy still out in front, but that gap has come down between him and Fat Pickles. P-Gib has finally got past S-Rom. Do apologise if I missed that. There's Fast. Infinity James. Sanchez is in the pits as well. Centino still battling with C-Mac though. As they move up the field a little bit as well. C-Mac's come in the pits. So Sanchez has come out behind Centino. Or ahead. Yeah, he's come out behind Centino. Infinity James in 6. Fastest lap at the moment is a 156.165 from Sanchez. Move up the field and see P-Gib's starting to pull away from S-Rom. P-Gib's not going to hang about. And we've got Fat Pickles still trying to chase down Dimpy. Near enough both in the same screenshot. Slightly. And it does look like the softs are favourable for this race more. Dimpy now in the pits. So that's allowed Fat Pickles to move up the first provisionally. And P-Gib. S-Rom as well has moved up. As we're on lap 24 out of 33. Infinity James in 6. He may get ahead of Dimpy. He does. There's Sanchez. I think Dimpy's going to get ahead of Sanchez. He does. Dimpy now on the soft tyre. Infinity James in 5th now. Fast JMS in 4th. And S-Rom in 3rd. P-Gib 2nd. And then we have Fat Pickles out in 1st. Everyone's just spaced out a little bit at the moment. There's Fast. Infinity James. Dimpy. Sanchez. Mark Schumacher. Centino in 9th. And Jay West in 10th. Then we have C-Mac down in 11th. Back to the top. So 7 seconds ahead for Fat Pickles. P-Gib. P-Gib 1.5 seconds ahead of S-Rom. Then we have Fast JMS starting to close down on S-Rom. And Infinity James in 5th. There's Dimpy in 6th. There's a massive gap between Dimpy and Sanchez. 20 seconds. And then we have Mark Schumacher, Centino and Jay West. And then again C-Mac just out on his own at the moment. We will jump on board with Infinity James. Some of a lap around Lago Maggiore in the Lambo. Round the long right and opens up on the exit. Uphill though. Levels out a little bit just to get enough to round these S's. Now down towards Banky Boy. Long steep hairpin. Takes all the curb. Gets a good exit. There's Dimpy closing down on Infinity James. Now down to the last corner. Start lap 26. You see Dimpy getting a little bit close, but Infinity James comes into the pits. Where's Dimpy? There's Dimpy. Moves ahead. Fast JMS. Fantastic job so far in fourth. S-Rom now starting to fall off the back of P-Gib. Fat Pickles out in first. As we move through the field. Again, if you do enjoy this type of racing and you want to get involved, do pop along to Facebook for the Mature Racing Club, MRC GT7. We do have upcoming events as well. We do have the ITCC on a Tuesday night, which will start in July, and we've got one as well this Sunday. Hypercars and GT3 and GT4. That'll be run for 4 Sundays. There's plenty to do. Do like the channel, guys. Do like and subscribe. It's much appreciated. And now we have Fat Pickles in the pits. So P-Gib provisionally P1, and S-Rom in second. Fast in fourth. Then where's Fat Pickles? Still fueling up. Where's Dimpy? There's Dimpy. Fat Pickles just gets out in front of Dimpy. So now we have P-Gib out in first. S-Rom is second. Again, just falling off the back end of P-Gib now. Fast JMS up to third. Fat Pickles fourth. Dimpy fifth. Sanchez into sixth. Infinity James is seventh. Centino is eighth. Mark Schumacher's ninth. Jay West is 10th. And then C-Mac out in 11th. And we'll go and move back through. No battles on at the moment. Still a few laps left though. P-Gib out in first in the Ferrari, and we have S-Rom in the Beamer. Fast in the Porsche. Fat Pickles in the VGT Suzuki. And Dimpy in fifth with the Z4. Sanchez in the Supra. Infinity James in the Lambo. Mark Schumacher in the Merc. Jay West in a Porsche. Centino also in a Supra. And then C-Mac in a Beamer. And we have Fast JMS who's entered the pits. There's Sanchez. Coming round now, the last corner. Fast JMS is fueling up though. Is he going to get out in time? It's going to be close. Oh, side by side. Oh, a little bit of contact. But that is a tricky little pit exit on that corner. Sanchez just pulls back a little bit to allow Fast JMS get through. Great respect. That pit exit, it can be a bit of a troublesome one, as you've seen. Oh, and Dimpy's picked up a half-second penalty. Takes it off though. It's just going to fall off the back of Fat Pickles a little bit more. And now we have S-Rom. Fuel lights on. Tyres are worn. P-Gib. Looks like these tyres are starting to wear out. P-Gib comes in. So does S-Rom. There's Fat Pickles. Where's Dimpy? There's Dimpy. So again, these two guys. Can they make something of it? Or it's Fat Pickles. Goes into provisional first at the moment. We're on lap 29. And Dimpy's come in the pits. So it's P-Game out first. On the soft tyres. S-Rom has gone to the hards. It's going to be a strange one to do on the last few laps. Sanchez. That's JMS. Dimpy's come out just behind him. So this is going to be a three-way battle. And there's Infinity James. Just go through. Santino out in 11th. So Fat Pickles out in first. Then we have P-Gib. S-Rom. And then this fall, Sanchez just gets a little bit of a slide. That's allowed Fast JMS to get through. There's Dimpy. Sanchez. Fast JMS. All trying to find a space. Trying to set up an overtake. Dimpy pulls round. Not quite. This is great battling by these three. Dimpy sends it up the inside, round Banky Boy. Sanchez comes back. Not quite, but Dimpy holds on to the place. Well, Sanchez is fighting back with him. Great racing so far by these three. There's Infinity James, he's catching up to these now. It's going to make it a four-way battle. Fast JMS is 13 seconds behind S-Rom. We're on lap 30. But that gap is rapidly coming down now. It's these guys, three of them, four of them, nearly in a line. It's Fast JMS though. Leading Dimpy. Dimpy's leading Sanchez. And Sanchez is leading Infinity James. Does look like Dimpy has pulled a gap and Fast JMS pulled a little bit of gap on Sanchez. Both these guys on the soft tyre as well. Oh, and that's a purple sector for Dimpy. Still chasing down Fast JMS. Is he going to set him up for Banky Boy? quite there. I'm going to stay with this battle for at the moment. But that gap is coming down as well. These two guys work together. They will catch up to S-Rom. There's Sanchez. There's Infinity James. Mark Schumacher. Followed by Jay West. Then we have C-Mac. And then we have Centino. Right in front is Fat Pickles on lap 31. Then we have P. Gibb. And then S-Rom in third. Then you have 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Still in the line. For it's 4th and 5th who are battling. He's still trying to find a way past Fast GMS. He runs it wide. Hasn't given much help. Again, two different racing lines coming through that long right-hander. Dimpy is filling up Fast GMS's mirrors full of Z4. Again, they're still pulling away from Sanchez. Not by much. And that gap is rapidly coming down for third place. Through the field. Just make sure there's no other battles going on at the moment. Jay West getting past Mark Schumacher. See, Mark Schumacher's tyres are degrading. He's going to have to come in. See Mark out in 10th, and then Centino at the back on 11th. There we have Fat Pickles out in first still. Then P. Gibb. Then S-Rom. We'll start in lap 32. It's these two at the moment for 4th and 5th. The battle still enrages. Fast GMS doing a stellar job holding off Dimpy. Dimpy runs it wide again. The thing is, you can run it wide on that corner and not receive a penalty. Personal best for Fast GMS. Oh, Dimpy just runs it a little bit wide. This is really close battling between these two, but it looks like Fast is just pulling a bit of a gap on Dimpy. So the Porsche working on its tyres a little bit better. Where is Fat Pickles? Now around the final corner. Coming to start the final lap. There's P. Gibb. So Fat Pickle starts final lap, lap 33. P. Gibb in second. S-Rom in third. There's Fast GMS in fourth. Dimpy's fifth. Sanchez sixth. Then we have Infinity James in seventh. Eighth is Jay West. Mark Schumacher's ninth. C-Mac is 10th. And Centino is 11th. At the moment, Fastest start to pull away from Dimpy. See. Oh, Dimpy gets it a little bit wrong. Not what you need at the moment. He's going to have Sanchez breathing down his neck if he's not careful. It's going to be close. Move up. All the way to the front. For the last time round Banky Boy goes Fat Pickles. There's P Gib. S-Rom in third. Fourth is Fast JMS. There's Dimpy in fifth. Sanchez is sixth. Infinity James is seventh. Eighth is J West. Ninth is Schumacher. 10th is C-Mac. And Centino in 11th. Round the final corner now. Coming to take another win is Fat Pickles Pro, and he does. Takes first place. P Gib second. S-Rom. There's Fast JMS. Don't think he's got enough. Maybe another lap might have got it. It does look like S-Rom's going to bring it home in third. He does. And there's Fast JMS. There's Dimpy. Sanchez. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Seventh is Infinity James. Now it's just down to the last four to come over the line. Just see where they are. And I think... well, there's Centino. I thought he disappeared there. My apologies. J West round the last corner. Going to take it home in eighth. He does. C-Mac. Mark Schumacher. A final battle. Who's it going to be? C-Mac now up to ninth. He's going to take ninth. Or is he? No. Mark Schumacher's took ninth. C-Mac has run out of fuel in 10th. And then bringing it home is Centino in 11th. Fantastic race by every one of you guys. I hope you liked and enjoyed. And I will see you all again soon.